Welcome back, folks, to the Mail Right Show. This is episode 201. I've got my great co-host, Robert Newman, with me. I'm a bit battered, listeners and viewers. I had a slight... Somebody tried to run me over on Friday. So I got a bit bruised and battered. So any good thoughts you got for me, send them my way. But I'm healing. Robert's woken up. He looks with it now. Would you like to introduce yourself to the listeners and viewers, Robert?
Sure. So my name is Robert Newman. I am the founder of Inbound REM, which is a blog about real estate marketing. And I also have a service company by the same name that builds real estate websites and does SEO and does real estate lead generation. John and I are having a hell of a day. So he got hit by a car and I overslept. And mind you, John already moved the show till noon. So I overslept and it's noon. And he has stopped asking me after doing this show for a year, how is it possible that I am sleeping in the middle of the day, and he can't even get me to come onto the show the right way. But anyway, I hope you'll join me, everybody, in sending some messages to John and letting him know that we're glad he's still with us. And
I've just got some bruised ribs and a very sore backside, basically. But I'll be okay. What we're going to be discussing during the show, folks, well, I'm going to have, with Robert's help, I'm going to have a bit of a look at this world of Facebook bots. These are through Facebook Messenger. This is semi-messaging automation. It's a hot subject. It's died down a little bit. I wanted it to die down a little bit before I started investigating it a bit. Hopefully going to talk about some of the leading companies, some of their pricing structure, some resources that might help, and we'll just have a general discussion about this between me and Robert. How does that sound, Robert?
Sounds lovely. I'm almost ready. No, I'm just kidding. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
Right. So basically what these bots are, you're using, email's still powerful. Text messaging is still powerful, but like all marketing ways of contacting possible leads through phone calls, email, text messaging, the conversion level tends over a period of time to diminish. So with Facebook bots, a lot of people spend a lot of time, and they get a response rate which, compared to traditional email and some other traditional marketing outreach, is very, very high. We're talking about over 50%. I've looked at some case studies where they're talking about 60, 70, 80%, which in other mediums is unheard of. Would you agree with that, Robert?
I would agree with that, though. The medium that you're talking about right now, is you're talking about a traditional Facebook ad, or you're talking about the bots?
The bots.
The bots. Okay, yeah, the autoresponders, which is what you're going to get into, right? You're going to get into that because I've seen similar statistics, but I've seen them with very specific, things that have to happen. But I have seen the same statistics. I'm looking at one right now where somebody did a case study with pretty high response rates, but there's some tricks to that. But continue on.
And you just touched the 200% question. The case, they're very targeted, a very targeted audience, and basically, if somebody gives you permission, you can send one message to them through a bot. But after that, if they don't respond, you can't then send them another message. The Facebook system won't allow you to do that, and Facebook have kept a reasonable amount of control. You can touch somebody. So, why is this of interest? Well, it comes with how you can integrate a Facebook advertising campaign, and instead of sending them, you would, especially on the mobile, you could then you don't actually have to send them to a traditional landing page. You still got to make the offer, the lead magnet offer has to still be made, which is normally information of some type, or you're going to find the latest properties, do a custom search for as an offering, or some PDF. That's the offering. But you can, in Facebook, you can set it up so it doesn't go to a traditional landing page. The login, the email address that you utilize to set up your Facebook account, the PDF is automatically sent to that email address.
Okay.
And then as a bulk message can be triggered to be sent to you through Messenger.
Okay.
Or the actual PDF, the lead magnet, can be sent as part of that initial bulk message.
Okay.
And then you can send a second message, but they've got to have to reply to that second message. There's some type which is changing, but that's the dynamics. Hopefully you can see, listeners, and hopefully Robert can see, it can be remove a lot of steps. And so you send the PDF to them. Or you could have a campaign where you're going to do a variation, and then you can send a secondary message through Bolt, which saying, here's some additional information through this PDF. Would you like us to would you like it? And then they reply yes, and then they've replied, and then you got the right to send them a series of messages.
Okay. Right.
Did I explain that reasonably coherently, Robert?
I'll take a crack at summarizing. So guys, there's a tool, they're called bots. It's just an it's an autoresponder for Facebook. So the autoresponder uses Messenger, which is a particular widget or tool that's connected to Facebook. And this autoresponder can be designed to send a series of messages, or what John was trying to say, can also be designed to send a piece of digital content, such as a PDF. That's how I would explain what John just explained. And
yeah, you did a much better job. There's a few points in this, but it just makes it so you get the email as soon as they say, I want that lead magnet, or I want that custom report of these properties that are available in a specific area. They don't have to fill in a form. The Facebook just gives you the email address, the person of the name, and just gives you, and that can be sucked into your CRM if it communicates with Facebook, and then automatic bulk can be triggered. And like I say, I'm just giving some rough wording. Oh, thank you thanks for hopefully your custom report was useful. We've got a detailed PDF about that particular area, the schools, how prices are doing in that particular area in the past 6 months. Anything that would be useful to the target audience, and then they answer, yes, please send it to me, and that's seen as a permission, so you can send a more bulk messaging,
right.
Which could then be built automatically, so you keep in touch with the individual. Very similar to the MailRite system where it comes to text messaging and email. You're trying to keep a relationship going, basically.
Right. And here's some marketing statistics for everybody that involve Facebook marketing. Now, I want to be honest with everybody. This is not my strongest skill set. I don't focus on Facebook all that much. That's not to say that it's not wildly valuable. It's just to say that I choose to spend my time researching SEO and methods of doing content through websites and content drops through websites. So I'm reading a statistic because it's weird that John decided to do this topic, because I follow Neil Patel. He's one of my mentors inside digital marketing. And he literally, this very week, 3 days ago, right at the same time that John messaged me this, was talking about chatbots and Facebook Messenger. And he said that that something like 60 to 80% of all Facebook Messenger messages get answered. Another thing, which is a small tangent, humor me please, John, that this particular article said, it's called Facebook. This article from him was called How I Grew My Dying Facebook Traffic. Here's one of the fascinating things. Part of his case study was done on a real estate company, which never happens with Neil Patel. He doesn't focus on it. So for those of you who are in real estate, you should check it out, because he shows, as part of his article, somebody that leverages Facebook Messenger using a real estate bot, and they're sending out listings to their audience, and they're getting a 60 to 80% open rate, which means if let's say you figure out how to curate a list of 1,000 Facebook contacts and you send a message out, you're saying 800 of those people are going to see your message. That's really impressive. So anyway, go ahead, John.
And sorry. I think there might be, I'm not sure here, the reason why he's suddenly got interested is I think he's got some connection with Mobile Monkey, because the founder of Mobile Monkey, Larry Kim, was the founder of WordStream, which you probably heard of.
I did.
So I think they're buddies. I'm not sure if there's some tighter arrangement there. I'm not aware of it, but I think they're buddies. And I think Larry Kim, he's well known in the world of online marketing through being a founder of WordStream. So he invested, or is the original founder of Mobile Monkey. Now, there's 3 companies, folks, that seem to be the main players in this, helping you build bots. And the first one is, I'm not saying these in preference, I think they're all kind of equal big players, is Mobile Monkey. Now, I've tried that a little bit. One of the nice things, they've got a really nice free version. All these players seem to have a reasonably functioning free version, and Mobile Monkey's got that. And one of the nice things is they've got templates, what they call templates, which build out pre-designed bulk conversion funnels for you. And one of their templates is specifically aimed at real estate agents.
Right.
And it's available on the free version. They've got a paid version, which normally is $49, but they're giving it to you for $19 a month. And I think you get that price for 6 months. And I think you probably could do a deal with them. But the free version, I think probably to start off, you can start off with a free version and then utilize this template that's specifically aimed at real estate to try and get you going.
Nice.
I think we're going to go for our break because I can't amaze. We almost got to 14 minutes with me waffling and Robert put me back in some semblance of focus.
I am. My coffee's hitting. I'm almost.
Right, so we're going to go for a break. So when we come back, we'll be delving more in this fascinating world of Facebook Messenger bots. We'll be back in a few moments, folks. We're coming back. We're going to be dominated by the bolts. Right, if I survive. So we went, I got a little bit defocused, but on the thing I wanted to make sure the listeners, you understood what we were going to talk about, because I just didn't want to delve into a load of terminology and totally lose some of our listeners and viewers. So just in the first half of the show, I spoke about a Mobile Monkey. The next one, which is another well-established play, is ManyChat. And they've got slightly different pricing. They've got another free product that doesn't seem too crippled. And then the paid version, they go by how many people that have subscribed to your Facebook page.
Okay.
And for 1,000 people that are subscribed to your page, you can send unlimited messages to these people for $15 a month. But they also got a reasonably functioning free version. And one of the problems is all these companies use different kind of verbiage in.
John, I missed it. Who are we talking about? The first time we were talking about Mobile Monkey, right? That was the first one?
Yeah. And the second one we now are talking about is many chat.
Mini Chat. Okay, thank you.
Many chat.
Mini Chat. Got it.
MANY chat.
Okay. Mini Chat. I got you.
So that's manychat.com.
Okay.
And like I say, with Mobile Monkey, they got a pretty full functioning free product, and then the paid version is $15 per month for 1,000 people that have subscribed, up to 1,000 people, which in truth, for a real estate agent in a, not a celebrity agent or some of the big players that we've mentioned, some of the people but for the bog standard average agent, probably 1,000 would cover a lot of agents, wouldn't it, Robert?
Yeah.
So, but what I was saying is the verbiage, how they describe their functionality differs from each. So it's really hard, and unless you really play around with these programs, is to work out which one offers the most functionality compared to the other, because they're using different language to describe the same thing.
Right.
So that's why it gets a little bit confusing, right? But I think of the three that I'm going to mention during the show, I'll be reasonably happy that if you looked at any of those, and then you've got to make a decision which one has the best interface, which one can you get has the best teaching tools, the best support online tools. That's one of the things why I like about Mobile Monkey, because they seem to have a lot of training videos and a lot of training resources, which isn't surprising being that the founder is Larry Kim. The next and last one is Chat Fuel. So that's ChatFuel, Chat Fuel.
Okay.
And they've got a free version. Their pricing model seems a little bit more clearer than ManyChat, because their pro version is $15 a month. That's it.
Okay.
Just seems a bit more straightforward. Where Mobile Monkey seems a bit expensive with their normal price of $49 with the pro version. It just really depends if you need the pro version. And that's probably why they're doing this special offer of $19 for the first 6 months. Because compared to ManyChat and Chat Fuel, its normal price of $49 seems a little bit high, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to add in, guys. The reason I'm so quiet is I don't know a lot about these tools, and I haven't done a lot of research on them, unfortunately. So I don't really, all I know is that the marketers that I follow swear by some of these automated chatbots. I have some comments about how to get people into your chat lists, but John's got to get to a point where he talks like that. He's talked about these bots.
But the good thing, it's not. I think it's something worth looking at, folks. But the problem is, I'm going to be looking at it because I'm into Facebook. But it's something I've kind of been really busy, and I kind of wanted to see if these companies continue, and it's not the most easy. It's not jet science, but it's not the most easiest thing. So it's really finding the interface. I would suggest that you should spend like a Sunday and look at all three of these companies, and I'll make sure they're in the show notes. That you look at all three and make some judgment about the actual support documentation, the videos, and the basic interface. Because I tried them all, and I lent more to Mobile Monkey, funny enough. But other people might find the other two's interfaces a little bit more easier. So I can't say, because it's around personal taste more than. I don't think any of them have got terrible interfaces. None of them seemed to me that they were shocking. So these are subtle differences, and their pricing structures are subtly different. When it comes to value for money, Chat Fuel seems the best if you're going to use a paid version
Sure.
of the free. It's more straightforward. It's a flat rate charge, but if you can get away with the free version, I think all three offer a pretty powerful free version. And you might, the only thing, it's like the normals with all these free versions. With the free version, you have their marketing on the bolt. So that's one of the main things. When you go for a paid version, you have your own marketing on there. And there's other restrictions around. Some of the restrictions were around actual linking it to Facebook advertising campaigns. And that's when you're going to, where with Chat Fuel, you seem to be able, for that flat rate, you seem to have full access to utilize the unlimited amount of subscribers on your page and as many campaigns as you wanted, and linking them to a Facebook marketing campaign. When it came to ManyChat, it wasn't so clear. It's a bit clearer with Mobile Monkey, where you could still do it, but there seemed to be some restrictions where you'd probably be better off looking at some stage at the paid version. Now, when it comes to actual resources, I had a scour to find some resources that came from people that I thought were semi-legit.
Okay.
I spent a good afternoon looking at videos and reading people's resources, and came to some conclusion they didn't really know what the hell they were talking about. Okay. So I've got about 3 resources here from resources that I think have some credibility. First one is from Social Media Examiner. You know, those that are in marketing know about Social Media Examiner. They're pretty legit resource, and they've got an article that goes through the basics. And don't worry, folks, I'll make sure these are all in the show notes. And then another company, and I'm going to butcher their name, it's FALCN.io, Falcon, and they had another nice tutorial about setting up one of these bolts. And the last one was from Leeds Bridge, which is a company that's more well known in the Facebook online marketing in providing software that enables leads to go straight into the CRM of your choice. They provide a bridge. That's probably why they call it Leeds Bridge. And they dominate that particular market, and I have utilized their product. So they're pretty legit, and they had a nice freebie, how to create an effective Facebook Messenger chatbot for real estate. And they're focused in, they help a lot of marketers and real estate companies to do Facebook advertising campaigns and then transfer that lead data into a number of CRMs. So they're a pretty credible company, and I read the article and it seemed a pretty good resource, and it was focused at real estate agents. So I'll make sure all this was that's all going to be in the show notes, which you're going to find next week on the Melwright website, folks. What do you reckon, Robert?
About which?
Well, about this whole subject of bolts and that, and what I've gone through.
Okay, so I love the fact that we're talking about bots. I think that I'm going to add if I've got a space right here in the show, I'm going to add my own spin to the conversation about bots. And that's this. So Neil Patel and I both agree that in terms of how do you establish value with bots? It's going to be having a Facebook Messenger list. So Facebook and a lot of other marketing that is out there right now, Instagram, it's losing its value in terms of the way that you used to be able to get organic content in front of your audience. Facebook and Instagram are both going through major evolutions where getting pieces of content even in front of your established audience is harder. So these messenger bots are a very good workaround from everything that I'm seeing. In other words, if somebody has liked your page, they are part of your messenger contact list. And now you can send them off a marketing message. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but here's the things that I want to emphasize. Doing it using a messenger chatbot, which is one of the ways you can do it, is an excellent opportunity if you have a pre-existing Facebook Messenger list. Now, anybody that's ever liked your page or left a comment is part of your contact list on your Facebook marketing page. So you might have a few hundred names there. Utilizing those names in conjunction with a messenger bot is something I highly recommend. Something else I highly recommend is doing quizzes and doing content that invites comment on your Facebook page in order to organically get your audience grown for your Facebook bot campaigns. And there are a lot of different ways that you can do this kind of content. And maybe we'll talk about kind of like organic Facebook or Instagram campaigns.
Are you up for spending another 10 minutes on bonus content, or do you have to fly away?
No, I've got some coffee in me.
So Robert's we're going to discuss that with Robert. He's going to give some great ideas about some of the things he's just outlined in the bonus content, folks, which you'll be able to hear on the MailRight YouTube channel. So you'll be able to see the whole interview, and you'll be able to see me and Robert in the flesh, and also the bonus content. So go to the Mail-Right YouTube channel and you'll be able to see the bonus content. So before we wrap up things for the podcast, I just want to say I've had a couple of people approach me about when I was saying I was looking for beta testers for the whole new functionality of MailRight, and I've had a couple of people approach me, and I'm having a chat with them next week. So I'm still looking for a couple more agents that are looking to utilize the whole MailRight system for free. Plus they get bonus support from me personally. It's a great offer. Fundamentally, you get the program for life for free, as long as you keep using it and keep giving me feedback and my team. Basically, we've added a lot of new functionality to the MailRight system, which I don't want to burden my existing clientele with becoming beta testers. It wouldn't be fair on them. So I was looking to get some new younger agents. So that's why I'm looking for a couple other people to join the beta crew. And like I say, you get everything in the MailRight system for free. And you get me to talk to as well. So maybe that's a bonus, maybe that's a negative, I don't know. I would hopefully think that was a bonus, actually. So Robert, how can people find out more about you and what you are up to?
Guys, I would love it if you came by the website, which is inboundrem.com. I would love it even more if while you're reviewing this content, that you like it in the comments, that you share it with your friends and the people that you know. Please, John and I work really, really hard on this show. Some of the time I know we hit the mark and some of the times we don't, but regardless, we work hard on it. And it's here for the people that you know that are in real estate, that are looking for some free marketing advice. Give them hand out the show to them. I post the show under the university section of my website. And my blog section contains content that is a little more in depth that talks about marketing content or the marketing topics that we cover here. So if you want to find out, go to inboundrem.com. That's the word inbound, rabbit, Edward, Michael.com.
Oh, and I forgot, thanks for that, Robert. And I forgot, how do you contact me if you're interested in becoming one of these beta testers for MailRite? Basically, just go to the MailRite website and there's a contact us page with a form. Just send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible when we have a chat, see if we're a good fit, and then we'll get everything set up for you. We'll see you next week where we hopefully have a guest or another great internal discussion where we'll be discussing some technology or some way to help you become a more effective real estate agent for yourself and for your family. We'll see you soon, folks. Bye. So go forth about some of the content ideas that you thought that you could combine with these bolts.
I'm sorry. All right. So one of the things, here's a couple of ideas about how you can use Messenger, like Messenger bots. Okay. There's a lot of different ideas on how to like increase your audience organically. And I've been reading some content on the sides of my screens here, which is kind of about like why I've been going, what, huh? Because I've been gathering my ideas as we've been doing the show. So you can link your Messenger experience in your email signature. It can be a call to action in blog posts. It can actually be, you can create a button that says Messenger on a landing page, for instance, that has like, let's just say you do a landing page with a picture of a house, and then you could say message us. So you could add to your Messenger list really, really fast by doing a landing page that directs people into Messenger, which, by the way, you could combine with your autoresponder campaign. But if they click that button, they go straight into Messenger, which once again adds them to your Messenger list. Now, that's not an organic strategy. An organic strategy is where you take your Facebook marketing list as an example. I'm sorry, where you take your business page and you do quizzes or pop quizzes, or you post a piece of content that inspires questions. And this is what I would do if it was me. I would use my existing Facebook audience, and I would once again try to put a viral piece of content on my Facebook page. And all viral means is you're trying to inspire people to share it. Unfortunately, with no prep, I don't have a lot of ideas right off the top of my head about content in the real estate space that's going to be wildly shareable. What I will tell you is that, typically speaking, doing things like, does this look like a haunted house or something like that, and then posting a picture of a creepy house, anything that's curious. Or one of the most viral piece of content I ever did was like one of the most expensive houses sold in Los Angeles, as an example. That was a huge viral piece of content. And every single time somebody commented on it or shared it on their page, that person was added to my Facebook list, which in turn becomes part of my Messenger list. So these are some ideas about how you could leverage Facebook organically and then create a deeper Facebook marketing list, which in turn you could use with your Facebook bot campaign.
Yeah, I think you got to the crux there. I kind of waffled on, but I'm not 100%, so I'll give myself a pass this week. But basically, it's the real power is helping you build these lists, and then through the list you can build lookalike lists, can't you? It's really linking it. It's the two areas which it seems a win-win. Is it helps you build up a list where your lists with Facebook, which then you can utilize Facebook paid advertising, and then the actual opening rate of these bulk campaigns linked to a tight list that, which is really very attractive, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's getting your head around all this, and I've just started myself, because I'm probably going to delve into one of these programs I kind of lean into Mobile Monkey, but I'm going to give the other two a deeper try as well, and then choose one, and then I'm going to try and set up some dummy campaigns and see what happens and do some testing. Because I am intrigued because I've been hearing that you do, and it's got that I think it's linking it. If you link it at the right person who's in the right journey of buying a house or selling a house, you can trigger off a discussion and can lead to a really quality lead, can't it?
I think it can. I think it can. Well, John, I'm reaching the end of my.
He wants to go back for his nap, folks. He wants to
Yeah,
have a nap.
basically, I'm not so far off that. I hope the audience will join me. John really pulled an Iron Man here. He was literally hit by a car and still showed up on the show. So I hope everybody will put something into the comments that say that ask about his health and commend him for continuing holding up the fight on our marketing show. So that
You've got to continue with the show, haven't you?
right.
And just to finish off, we didn't have a record. We're coming to the end of the month. It wasn't a record month, but it was a pretty good month. And the past 3 or 4 months, we've kept our figures doubled other months. So we'll be on our 4th month where we've doubled our average on the previous month. So I'm very encouraged by that. So and the bit of feedback I've got from agents that are interested in being beta testers, they said they've been really loving the content, Robert, and they've got a lot from it. So I think that's great news, isn't it?
That's wonderful.
So I think we're going to end the show, folks. We'll be back next week, like I say, with something that will make you a better agent. That's what the main thing me and Robert want you to get from this, is open your eyes a bit about some of the newest technology, open our eyes, and provide some great value for you, listeners and viewers. We'll see you next week, folks. Bye.
Oh.